everybody. Listen, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back. This is one of your co-hosts, VB and
JL Williams in the building, the motivator. What's happening? What's up, baby?
man. Welcome back, welcome back. We went away for a minute. We have been doing traveling, doing some stuff. Uh, really excited about runway to purpose and things to that. We will, bring that topic up a little bit later. But right now, man, the focus right now is really one that's really touching. And the topic, man, one decision, a lifetime consequences, man. A lifetime of consequences, can hurt you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? The JT Lindsey case of the young man from LSU, the running back star. I believe he's a running back, yeah, freshman running back from Louisiana, man. Really is caught up in the news right now. We just wanted to highlight and touch on that story.
Yeah.
Things are still coming in. We don't, all the full details. He didn't really speak. His lawyer didn't allow him to speak. I believe today or when he was actually arrested. So, for what I'm learning, so we'll just go over it. Basically, they're saying that he allowed his friends, two friends, I think he knows. I believe one was 17. I believe one was 18. Who were suspects in a murder case to come to his dorm room at LSU University and essentially store weapons in the room, going in and out. So that's just some of the basic stuff that we kind of learned. So, JL, man, go ahead and take it. I mean,
It's sad, man. A lot of our kids just don't have, just are misled and just don't have the direction. And, some of them just don't listen, man. Some of it is just you really paying attention and listening. And, you can't take everybody with you where you going. You really can't. I mean, as much as, you may love your friends and, you may want to go with them. It's just not a good look, all the time because, the blessing was for you. It wasn't for them.
yeah,
You got to the school based on your abilities to play football and, they weren't blessed with that. And so um, they just can't go where you're going. And I think that's an overarching, you know, uh, kind of situation because there's so many kids, man, that do that. They want their boys to be with them, and it's hard for them to break from this crowd, this group of people. And God is trying to open up opportunities for them, but they continue to shut the door in his face because what happens is, situations like this. Now it's hard for me to believe, and that's going to be the task that you had no idea that these two young guys, your buddies, was into some mess. Um, Come on, and you should
and
have made.
I'm hearing some stories. Some people, I don't know how true this is. Listen, this is not coming from us. That maybe he was even involved. Some things we don't know for sure. How much that truth is. The internet, because he didn't speak, so we don't really know. His lawyer
Yeah,
spoke briefly, and so we really didn't get the full content. But right now, I went to the LSU site. I believe his name is still on there. So I'm not sure how LSU is going to go forward with that. You know,
well, they're gonna see. They're gonna have to give him a fair deal. See, question him, find out what's going on. If in fact he did really know, and I mean they just had to. The air just has to be cleared now. So I'm hoping that he gets off. Like this is like a
yeah.
real situation where he just really didn't know, and these guys
But
show up.
now you can't say you didn't know when they found weapons in your dorm room. They said he
Well,
had
well, well, well
two
those
two
weapons that
AR
they.
two
I wonder
AR-15.
were those weapons, did they bring the weapons, the guys, or were they already there? See, we
Yeah.
don't know that. We don't know that
Now,
part.
but we don't even know yet if they were already there. We don't even know that. They said he had four guns. I believe that's what the paper said. Four guns, two AR assault rifles.
I know,
We
but
know
I'm just saying, were they
those
there
are
before the
no
two guys?
AR. that's a military style rifle
Yeah.
thing.
But he
And
don't. I mean, I wouldn't think he's on the campus. He's a football. He's a standout football player. I don't see him need no guns and all that kind of stuff. Them guys that came there, they must have. I'm just assuming that they had something to do with that.
I'm gonna just say on college campuses, man, you have a lot of freedom. You can bring in what you want. There is no checking bags, so we don't know what athletes may have.
Now I
Really
wondered,
don't
did
know,
he have a roommate?
and that's another thing. We don't know that for sure. So,
Mm.
one of the topics I really wanted just to touch on is that we touched on it briefly. You know, these athletes who are high profile, you guys have a chance to go to the next level, NFL, and going to LSU, you definitely have a chance of going to the NFL. And for students who are at HBCUs and some of the PWIs
Mm-hmm.
and any other schools, you know, who may have access to NFL dreams or NBA dreams or a professional track and field, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
A lot of times they come from impoverished areas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm understanding that the young man came from Louisiana, in the impoverished area out of Louisiana, and its highs sometimes they do follow you. They do follow you. It's and sometimes you can't break away. He's a young guy. He's young. He's impressionable. He's probably still keeping contact with his friends. I believe he's only 18. So you know,
These guys are going to have to make their mind up, man. And that's where you have really good coaches, mentors, father figures, those figures in your life to really help you to see things clearly so you can change them effectively. And that's what you're
let
going
me
to
ask
have to
you.
do.
Let me ask you a question. Do you cut off your ties to your neighborhood, your friendships, your
After a while, you outgrow it. That's what happens. When there's a new, you have to discern and recognize that when the page is turning and the new chapter in your life is beginning to unfold, you gotta see that, and you can't go back to the chapter you just came from because it doesn't
right, right,
what is taking you. You can't take that stuff with you. You know what I mean? And that's a part of growth and development and maturity on your part to understand that, hey, God gave me this blessing. It's not for my friends, right? So you gotta understand that, to whom much is given, much is required. Right. So
right.
so that's where you have to have that mindset, and you outgrow um those things. I talked about earlier when you and I were talking earlier about various indicators. There are indicators to show you that you're going to new levels, right? So one of the indicators is um, the thing I love to share is that your future is ready when your past wants you back.
Mm,
See,
mm.
that your future is get ready to be bright. Things are get ready to change for you, and when they change for you, they're gonna change for a whole lot of other people that you love, your parents, and so forth and so on.
And that's
But
my concern, man. I want to touch base. Just what you just said. I didn't even cut you off. That right there, that line, that one line. You get ready to. Why would you put, if that's true, put this young man who is a cash cow in harm's
mm-hmm,
way, who may be able to help everybody, associated friends and all, get
yeah,
out of the situation they're already in. And we know Louisiana is a high poverty, impoverished
mm,
area, where it's, coming. Listen, people might say this is a lick, man.
yeah, absolutely,
He got an opportunity to make it to the league, man.
yeah.
And I'm just wondering what was in the, in the psyche of his head. Was it a lot of pressure on him? Did they pressure him? I don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, and it could be, gang related. This relationship that he has with these guys could be, a gang related kind of situation. We don't know. Um, but it was close enough where he felt comfortable with letting them stay in his dorm.
Yeah.
So,
See,
that
that
was,
part.
it
Yeah,
was
that part.
something about that. And I know
Yeah.
they're gonna ask those questions around those things, just really to get to the bottom of it, of why did they feel so inclined and so comfortable to come to the college, right? And stay in your dorm. That's no, they understand that's no place for them. They shouldn't be in, and particularly for what it is they were accused of doing. That's crazy. And then to have guns and all that kind of stuff, it's crazy. I would venture to say that those guys bought those things there. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't. That wasn't. Those weren't his guns, but those belong to those gentlemen that came there. I mean, I feel comfortable in saying that because he had too much going on for him. When you are a athlete where you've got drafted there from or got a scholarship there from high school, and you were a high profile athlete. I mean, you at an A1 college and you playing on a level like he's playing on. So, there are some aspirations that you have about yourself that you believe that you can play at the next level because the college even highlighted you as such. And so when you have that, that there's something else there. There's a great possibility that you could play at that next level. Great possibility. And that's where you have to separate yourself. That's where the separation comes in.
And I
If
want
you're gonna
to
if you're gonna elevate, you're gonna have to separate. No doubt.
and I want to really I just want to share the video I believe and kind of showcasing the actual Channel 9 news.
Friends, on this Friday, Greg and Liz here with you. We're going to start with the I-Team. U.S. Marshals confiscated assault rifles and other guns from an LSU dorm as part of a case that ended with the arrest today of an LSU running back.
Police claim he was harboring 2 accused killers inside that dorm, and now he's facing felony charges. Our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, broke the story and joins us now with new reporting here at 6. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Liz and Greg. Freshman LSU running back JT Lindsey was arrested today on 2 felony counts of accessory after the fact to second-degree murder. He's accused of letting 2 accused killers from his hometown of Alexandria live in his on-campus apartment. Tonight, Lindsey's lawyer says his client knew nothing about the trouble those suspects were in. You're looking at exclusive video of LSU running back JT Lindsey walking into the LSU Police Department moments before turning himself in on serious felony accessory charges. Wearing a God First sweatshirt and flanked by his lawyer Chris Perrette, Lindsey didn't utter a word, but his lawyer Chris Perrette had plenty to say.
Yeah, this time, guys, we're cooperating with LSPD. My client maintains that he's fully innocent of all charges and no wrongdoing. We hope to get this matter straightened out pretty quick. That's about all we have to say at this point. We'll have more information for you later.
Lindsey's biography on LSU's website describes him as a 4-star prospect who is ranked among the best at his position nationally. He's now accused of accessory after the fact, when 2 suspects wanted for a murder in Alexandria, Louisiana, were found inside his apartment at the Nicholson Gateway on Monday. That complex is on LSU's campus and is a stone's throw from Tiger Stadium and LSU's football practice facility. Those suspects, Shamel Jacobs and Keldrick Jordan, were picked up by U.S. Marshals inside Lindsey's room there. Both are accused in a murder back in May of 17-year-old Corey Brooks in Alexandria. Sources tell the WAFBI team 4 different weapons, including 2 AR-15s, a Draco pistol, and a Glock were found inside. Lindsey's lawyer says his client knew nothing about his friends being wanted for murder until they were arrested this week.
Can you talk about the charges he is facing?
Not at this time.
Do you believe this was a rush to judgment?
I'll let you figure that one out on your own. But at this point, like I said, we're cooperating fully. My client is innocent of any wrongdoing, and I think that'll be borne out very shortly.
Certainly, he's quite a standout. Can you talk about what this means to his career and the fact that he's about to be arrested?
like I said, hopefully this will be resolved very quickly and will have no effect on him. So it's very unfortunate that we're here, but again, we're cooperating and we're going to take care of it as fast as possible. So thanks,
You're
guys.
saying he knew nothing about it.
Correct.
Anything you'd like to say, Mr. Lindsey?
Tonight,
Man,
Wow. I don't know, man.
it's a lot to unpack there,
well,
man. You
well,
can't
he-
tell me you didn't know that.
I mean,
True.
if he gonna stand on that, you know, that, hey, I didn't know. I mean,
Well,
he just
well. In hindsight, maybe he didn't know. We don't know.
yeah, that's gonna be the thing. If he can convince somebody or the police that he did not know, that's gonna be the thing.
Because
And
I was thinking,
that's
John,
gonna be extremely hard.
they may have had it in a duffel bag,
Could have. I mean,
and
I wonder how it looked when the police came in there. Were the guns laid out on the floor or on the bed, or how did they find them? Were they in the closet?
and one more thing, I know because they teach you this when you go to college, man. You're not allowed to have no one
Yeah,
in them dorms, no
yeah,
one.
yeah. And he did know that. He can't sit there and say he didn't know that.
I believe it said that the paper said he gave him his scan card.
Yeah, so scanning it out, and then not only that, so they could go in the caf and get something to eat.
But that doesn't make him. But that doesn't make him actually an accessory, because he may not have known it was in the bags. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
But,
So more,
but
I'm sure more come out. We'll be able to get.
I'm gonna go with. He did know something, but but I'm gonna go with also. Why would you put that man in that situation if you know he has an opportunity to really move forward?
Mhm.
And the bigger thing is why are young men in all these chaotic situations, man?
But the thing is, you gotta listen. I heard a pastor say this a long time ago. He said you gotta watch the company you keep before the company you keep start keeping you.
Ooh.
And you really have to be very vigilant and brutally honest about who you have around you. And you got to know those. The Bible says, know those that labor amongst you. You got to know who's around you, because like you know your friends. Like,
Yeah.
you know certain friends, you know how they are, and you know what they're capable of. So I don't think, and then he was a freshman, so he wasn't too far removed from these guys.
Yeah,
That they
but
felt
they
so.
were the same age. It was 2 18 years. I mean, they're both 18.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's in
Friends,
college.
17.
He's in college, and they're on the street. They're doing whatever it is they're doing. But what I'm saying is, I'm sure they hung around each other. They knew each other because they felt so comfortable to come to the school
Yeah.
and come stay with you. So
Yeah.
there was
A
some
lot of
kind
these
of
young guys, man, are into some wicked stuff, though, man.
yeah.
And we don't know what he did before he even came to school.
Yeah.
We don't know if
I'm
he
sure.
even
I,
had
I, I
involvement.
I would venture to say that it was gang related.
Mm.
And they were a part of some kind of gang or something like that. And hey, he felt obligated to take them in.
Let me ask you a question. The red flags and protecting yourself. What type of signs would you look for to say someone's in trouble? You know what I mean? Say he didn't know. And how do you handle those situations when someone, asks to stay with you unexpectedly?
Yeah, there goes a sign right there. Why are you
Is there
here?
boundary?
First of all, I'm on the campus. I'm in college. You know what I'm doing here. Why are you here? See, my thing is, why are you here? It would be something different if I knew you were coming to visit and to just say, hey, man, just wanted to visit, see how you were doing. But if you're staying there, come on. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. Why you need to spend the night here? Why you need to crash here? For what? What's going on at the crib that you're not telling me? What's something you ain't telling me? Are you in?
Hey,
Are you
John.
in? Are you in something? Are you in some kind of, trouble? Because otherwise, why would you be here? Just I'm talking about you're here like staying the night here. It
Yeah.
ain't like you come in here and you just relaxing for a little bit and we spend a few hours together. Nah, you here like you want to stay here. So that's a red flag to me. That's like, okay, something's wrong. And then at that point, at that moment, I'm going to do my own investigation. I'm gonna call back home, find out, hey, what's up with my man? Have you heard about such and such? You know what I mean? And I would ask jokers in the hood about about them.
But yeah, I think he was involved. So I mean, I'm just keep it a buck. I don't believe that he didn't know anything about it. I don't really believe that. And also, you know, we've all had to set boundaries for our friends.
Sure.
We've all had different paths coming up. At what point, do you have to enforce those boundaries, man? You got to let people, it's no.
Mm-hmm.
You
But that's
gotta
why,
let them know.
and that's why accountability is needed. Like what I talked to you about earlier about having those father figures, those coaches that are more than just people that you see when you go to the gym or on the field. Now, these are guys, people that you report to because that's that they hold you accountable. And when you're at different levels like this young man is, where his future is extremely bright and he is a standout athlete. Like he's suspected to go to the NFL. He has that kind of celebrity on him.
Yeah.
You have to have accountability. You have to have somebody in your life that can pull you up and get you back on straight street. A lot of that I know for myself was coaches, was different people that had that influence and that that place and space in my life that I listened to because I chose to. I needed them in my life. So what happens is a lot of our young guys, they don't like that. They don't like accountability. Mm-mm.
Well, I know one thing though, John. This generation is far different than our generation.
Mm-hmm.
Things that they are facing, things they have to go through, the ridicule, the expectation is different now of the young men and women out here. They're facing a lot of different things that we never faced before. One of the things we weren't killing each other like that as teenagers. I mean, it were murders, yeah, but the at the rate they're and the stuff they're into. I hate to even use this term. So quote unquote YN and all this stuff, ops and all this crazy. We weren't privy to all that. This is new, and so they're growing up in some different times, man. They're using words like I said, ops. That's military stuff, and they don't have a clue what that really means, man. You putting that on your body like that, man, and you don't have a clue what it really means.
Yeah, not at
And you
all.
drop it over in countries like Ukraine, where Russia and they at war.
Yeah, exactly.
So John, but going forward, man, what is the public perception of this, and how's it going to impact his reputation? I mean,
Well, what happens is it's just more of the same, and it feeds that monster, um, you know, of racism that they like to spin. And now here yet again is another black man in hot water, and then attached to him is guns, uh, you know, murder, suspects, all that. See all that kind of stuff. And you heard when the news came on that they were covering it. Listen to all the questions they were asking, how they were framing and putting this whole piece together. And it was more the same thing, and it was just sad, man. It's just it's a
Louisiana,
narrative.
LSU, man, it's a lot of African Americans on that team. I would venture out and say 80% of the players.
Sure,
Probably.
sure, yeah. And then for him to be a high profile athlete like that at a young age, as a freshman, come on,
Yeah,
he was, at a young age at a LSU.
yeah,
Man, that young boy was bound to
he
go
pretty
to the
much,
league.
he was bound to. He had a chance. He had a shot. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that shot. You know what I mean? And just one of the things that I remember, Miss Noreen Lasorsa, remember that name? She was a principal at the time, but I've known her for years because she used to be my gym teacher. One of the things that she used to always say, she used to be the principal of Christiana High School, and she used to always say, at the end of the day, she used to come up to the intercom and she said, "Don't let one poor choice ruin a great life."
Mm,
And she would say that every day. I mean,
yeah.
to the point where the kids knew. I mean, they could say it themselves. You know what I mean? And they knew what she was getting ready to say before she stopped talking. That was her last thing she said was, "Don't let one poor choice ruin a great life." One, it only takes one.
I'm
It
glad you.
takes a
I'm glad you
lifetime. It
mentioned
takes a
that.
lifetime to build a reputation, but it takes one stupid decision
Mm.
to tear your whole life apart.
And that's why I was asking about the perception going forward and his reputation. You
Yeah.
know, and making these decisions. Like this at a young age. Do they even think about their future? I'm just wondering. Are they
No, I don't.
thinking
I don't
ahead?
think. I don't think they do.
Um, you know, and when does helping a friend go too far as well?
hmm
When does helping your family member go too far?
When it
Um,
when it impedes on your progress.
there. And do
Yeah.
they even have your best interest at hand?
hmm When
See,
when what you're doing is slowing me down, um, then that's an indicator. Then
you
I
know,
knew.
jealousy, man, can run rampant like that too sometimes.
Well, you see,
People do things on purpose,
a
man.
lot of reason why these young boys have so much beef with one another. I mean, particularly when you're dealing with the opposite sex, with girls. I mean, it don't take much for them to go off. It could be something we look at something that is so like small and minuscule,
Right.
and they'll blow it up into something about disrespect. They'll say something crazy, and they will stand on something that just don't make no sense. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I wanted to touch on the topic of the young man who got murdered. Because if you didn't murder him, what you hiding for? If you didn't do it,
Yeah, dang.
why are you carrying these type of assault? They had a
No.
Draco. Do you know what a Draco is, man? They had a Draco in the bag.
I don't know what it is, but it don't sound good.
AR-15 automatic weapons. I mean, and I believe they had I believe it was a Glock, either a Glock 9.
Yeah, he said a Glock. I remember he said, but that's the
I'm
stuff the
like,
military people use,
high
man.
power weapons, man. Like, and they was 17 and 18 years old.
Where are they getting these
But
weapons?
let me tell you also what you said earlier. Really, and this to be serious. Now, this is fuel for things like President Trump's agenda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is
Oh
fuel
yeah.
to the fire, man.
It is.
Oh, the campuses are not safe.
Now
So
that we
we don't know what it may bring because
exactly,
of this
and now
Trump.
we
This,
back to that because we had an issue with that.
and guess what? And guess what? And guess what? Now he
What?
just was talking about it. The young people out here wilding out, and they had to
Mm-hmm.
get them under control. And now
Yeah.
look at this young man.
Yeah.
Look at this. 17. They 17, 18 years old. Now
Gives
if you really
him something to talk about.
added fuel to this fire that's already out in
Yeah.
the street.
Gives him something to talk about.
Some of you out here making dumb decisions. Get your act together, man. Your family depends on you. Your community depends on you.
Mm-hmm.
And God depends on you to make it through. these are tests that you've been given, and a
That's
lot of
right.
you are failing as young people. I mean, they you know, and I'm all one for, you know, giving opportunity and chances to redeem yourself. But when you know, for murder, you can't redeem yourself.
Mm.
When you're out here carjacking, you can't redeem yourself. They're gonna give you 20, 30 years.
Yeah. When
I
they
mean,
catch you, go.
they are doing crimes, man, like you know, horrendous crimes, man. And then, you know, knowingly know it, and then still holding on to the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
don't even know if one of those was a murder weapon. Now, if that's the case, you definitely done. You are
Done.
accessible.
Well, they're gonna get. Well, you can best believe they're gonna get to the bottom of it. They're gonna query him to death. They're gonna ask him questions.
When they go back and test that weapon, and go back and test the ballistic on them guns.
No, it's on and popping, man. I pray for his future. I pray for his family. It looked like, you know, he had a good support system in his mother. His mother was there. She was consoling him, holding his hand. She believes her son. So she's standing right there with him. And I can really appreciate that. And I'm just hoping that, you know, that this was really a mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just want to, you know, like you said, you know, we pray that it was a mistake, man. And that, you know, but you know, like you said, that poor choice can cost, because now people might not want to touch you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just off of
opportunity
that.
to get the NIL deals. They might not want to
Yeah,
touch you now.
mess you mess up like we talked about, you know, your name, image, and likeness. Let's look at that. His name, his image, and his likeness are now in question. And
Oh,
based on
they're not going to touch it.
no, based
10 foot
on
pole.
based on public opinion, he's not credible in those three areas at all. So no brand, no company, no team is going to stand next to him and allow him to advertise their product, whether that be a T-shirt, whether it be a mug, but no matter what it is, they're not going to allow him to do that because he just messed up his name, his image, and his likeness. So for all y'all that are out there that desire to one day, you know, be represented by a brand or by a professional team, y'all need to take heed. Look at what's happening right here. These are several examples. And Vince and I are going to be bringing more of these things to you. So you can begin to learn. You got to learn this, man. You can't take everybody with you. You can't. If you got blessed and you got a scholarship, it was for you because they saw something in you. They didn't give your buddy the scholarship. They gave it to you. And with that comes responsibility. So if you this is for many of you guys, this is something you dreamed about, something you worked on. You were playing football and little league and
That hurts me
and
right there, man.
you know that hurts, man, because
You went through
you've been playing
all this
all this
struggle,
time. You've been AAU and you know your mom
and you
and
wait till
your
now.
family members have invested money into your development and growth as an athlete and all those things. And now you get to this place
On
where
the biggest stage.
you at the big stage where now a brand does want to associate themselves with you. So your dreams are about to come true. But now look at what happened to this young
You know,
man right here. Wouldn't this
this
be
is the
something?
moment for us to talk openly too. For people that are watching, all you players and coaches, alumni and supporters of HBCUs and the PWIs as well, and just the whole community, about the importance of separating yourself from people and the places you come from sometimes, because you know sometimes your dream is not their dream, your future is not their future, and your goal is not their goal. So, is your future worth, you know, one bad night, one bad choice in the wrong company? Is your future worth that? You got to decide. You got to decide, man. Got to decide.
Yeah,
Some
it's
of you
good
got
stuff.
great opportunities to make a living for yourself and your future family if you decide to have one, and for your family that you already have, your mother, your father, grandfather,
Hmm.
grandmother, whoever, coaches that help you get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, you know,
and the
we're at a
best
crossroad,
thing,
man. We're at a crossroad,
yeah,
and I mean
really.
a serious crossroad. You got a president who is not playing games,
Mm-mm.
who was gun ho on quelling African American communities, because that's basically what he's targeting.
Mm-hmm.
And you talking to you, that's watching, that's that athlete. Place you from? You from Baton Rouge, Miami, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, L.A., Denver, Seattle, wherever you from, Houston, Biloxi, Mississippi, whatever you from. They listen. He talking to you.
That's right. And
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 he
and
ain't
from
playing.
and the
He's
best
not playing.
and the best thing you could do for your community is to become successful.
Yeah,
Become the
definitely.
light in the dark place. That there are other kids and other people that can look at that and say, "Wow, look at what he did," you know, and believe it for themselves that it's possible for them to do it as well. And so the best thing you could do for your family and your community is to become successful. That's
You
the
know what
best
hurt
thing
me,
you can
John?
do. And
You know what hurt
you can't take all your buddies with you. I'm sorry, not
me?
gonna
No,
happen.
man. What hurt me? One of really hurt me the other day. I was watching the newscast in D.C. And they asked the lady, older African American lady, and just to see her face, man, and she got on camera. I feel safe now.
Mm,
You got an
mm.
elderly lady saying she feels safe now. She has to come in before sundown just to feel safe in her own neighborhood.
In our own neighborhood. Wow.
That's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Mm, wow.
That could be somebody's
Wow.
grandma. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Somebody to help birth you, man, in the community. It's sad, man, how far we came. We had a crossing road, man. We had a huge crossing road, and we need to get ourselves together, get our act together.
Yeah, no doubt.
Uh, so for you guys who are watching out there, man, young guys, you know, I'll tell you, my last message for you is this. And right now, this is something that you probably would need to take heed to. A lot of you are godless and don't know God.
Mm,
You need to get him in your life so they can help calm that storm, help get some focus in your life.
hmm.
He's there. He's always there.
Yeah,
You can't call him. You don't always call on God when you need something. You call him when you don't need something.
that's right.
And you got to put some work in. The same thing you want from him, you got to give back. Give back means quelling some of these attitudes, being disciplined, telling people no when you don't want to tell them no.
Hmm.
And it could be your own family.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm done, John. Man. You can take him out, man.
Yeah. Listen, this is where we gotta feed our focus and starve our distractions, and we gotta do it in a big way. Um, because I mean, what happens if you go through little league, you do all these things, and get to this place, the biggest stage on the world, like Vince said, and then you fumble the bag, and you disappoint yourself, your family, your community, and you worked so hard to get there. AAU and all these other. I know for me, I played in about when I was in high school. I played in about 2 or 3 leagues, and I mean, it was always it was just me trying to become the best version of myself. And so, as you're continuing to try to push that narrative to be the best version of yourself, don't leave God out. He's the main character in your story, the main one, and you need to build a relationship with him. Talk to him. He wants to talk to you. Talk to him. I mean, for real. Because if you keep going the rate y'all going, it's just going to be devastation after devastation. And this is one story of many, of many. And it just gives them something more to talk about. So come on, y'all. Let's step
And
up.
we had a crossroad, man. Either you're gonna choose the devil or you're gonna choose God. It's simple and plain.
That's
You're gonna
it.
choose evil or good. Or man, before we exit out, let me bring my man in. I know he's kind of busy. I'm gonna bring him in so he can say a few words.
Okay.
Where you
I
at?
got brother. I got
There it is. Where you at?
Where you at?
Coach Rob in the building. Y'all don't know. Y'all, that's my main man. What's up, baby?
So Robert, we
Oh,
just talking, man. You know about the case. I know you probably heard by now. The young man from LSU,
oh,
and really destroying his career over some dumb decisions.
but
And
you know, man, you have to think about this though, man. People, you know, think about who you calling your friends, y'all. Because your friends wouldn't put you in no situation like that. See, I look at things like this, right? And not that I want to be a criminal, not that, I speak to this, but if y'all went out and did whatever y'all did, you have a man that's on his way potentially to the NFL that can be possibly making millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to chop the head off? Don't you know that man could have got millions of dollars and paid for you a lawyer to probably get your sentence shorter or put you in a better situation, your family, something anyway. But now this man, not only did y'all mess your life up for taking a life or whatever the case may be, but y'all done messed his life up, his family's life up. Anything that this man had promising to him, but he's not going to get a lot of jail time. He was holding y'all. It's not going to be a lot of jail time for that. But his career is over at LSU, and that's one of the prestigious universities that you could ever like. And this is what I'm saying when you're I get it. Everybody wants to be down and they don't want to be no snitch. And you want to be right for your brothers or whatever the case may be. But in a situation like this though, man, like why would your friends even come to a college
yeah,
and say, "Listen, I want to stay in your dorm. I just killed somebody," and for you to be to the point of dumbness and say you didn't know that they had AR-15s. Like where
Draco.
in the hell
That's
you
gonna
in
be a hard.
you in
Draco
a
too.
dorm, my brother? We all I went to college. You in a dorm, my brother? They this big.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where was the AR that you didn't see it?
Exactly.
Did you
Yeah,
And
see it?
I was saying myself. I was like, man, you know how long the AR is?
Man, dog, I just don't understand, man. It's just
Like
the
4 feet long almost.
yeah, but it's just the stupidity of the whole thing. And yeah, we're joking about it, man. But you know what I mean? Like this is a serious situation in regards to this is what we are lacking in our communities, though, man. We're missing the fact that these kids nowadays, it's okay to be down. They do more so to be down with their community and with these people they out here calling their friends and their brothers or their twin or their whatever the terminology that these kids is using now. You know what I mean? How about you satisfy your mom, man? You was in a situation where you could have had generational wealth, man. You could have made it to the NFL and changed your whole family's life, man. You know what I mean? Now
that
think
was
about what's going on, man.
Now,
Just think
now
about
you now you in a situation where you praying
yeah.
you can get out of jail.
oh, yeah,
Mm.
but like I said,
And
he didn't commit no murder. He's probably going to get maybe 2 to 3 years or whatever, if that, and he'll get probation. But
Louisiana is a state they do not play
yeah, yeah,
with guns.
I get it. But at the end of the day, he ain't killed nobody. You see what I'm
They
saying?
don't
So he's
care,
coming
man.
home. Yeah,
Louisiana's one of
but no, I
the
get
first
it.
states in the
But what I'm
country.
saying is he's coming home, Vince. You know what I mean? At
Yeah.
the end of the day, he's coming home. And what is he coming home to?
Mm.
Working at McDonald's?
Mm.
Now
And
you're
I'm
going to
quite
be
sure he
working a
had
nine to
NIL
five,
deals. I think he had NIL deals too, probably.
and that's over with.
Yeah, they
You
gone.
know what I mean?
They
And
gone.
if he did, and he
Mm.
done gave him some money, oh, he may have to pay that money back.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't think about that either, Rob.
Because
I didn't think he got to pay that money
because
back.
what he
Yeah.
just messed up, he messed up his name,
His
his
name.
image, and
His
his
legacy.
likeness. He just
His
missed
name
off.
is his name is over with.
Yeah.
His name is
In that order.
yeah,
In
it's
that
over.
order.
Yeah, it's that's over with, my brother. You know what I mean? And we did, you got so many people that went to college and was fighting for those college NIL deals, and now they getting them, and now you get in a situation like this where you just disregard it. Like, it's just ignorance, though, man. Like, it's just ignorance, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these people fought hard. You know what I mean? Like, we got a Michael Jordan that went through college and didn't start making $30 million until he was almost out of his, and he's the best player in the world. But y'all had the opportunity to make millions of dollars in high school, going into college. You know what I mean? You're already a millionaire. So these are things that the NIL was setting these kids up for. When they do get the big contracts, you're already getting money. You're also
Yeah.
able to take care of your family. And you know what I mean, the colleges is making money off your name. So they feel as though, okay, so why can't you make I love the fact of what they did this, and I love it. You know what I mean? These kids deserve to get money because these college kids and people are already the family supporting, what I mean, the college. When they, your kid go there, everybody buying a jersey, and what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
buying those jerseys is putting money in those college stores, though, in college pockets. But now those NIL come, and dude, you just messed up everything that you could have possibly just had.
Mm.
I just don't
Mm.
understand it, man. I mean,
Mm.
it's just a weak, just sad, man. You know what I mean? Like, where was your dad at?
Mm. Oh yeah. Well,
Where was your uncles at?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, where was the person that saw you coming up in AAU, that saw
Mhm.
you coming up? Where are these dudes, these coaches? See, and this is the thing about when you take on that label of being a coach, man, that stuff
Man,
goes more than but in between those lines, man. And that's
that's
the
right.
thing that we have to understand, man. Coaching, you know what I mean? And whoever's watching this, anybody from the HBCU family and beyond, whoever's watching this stuff, if you take on that title as a coach, man, come on, man, be a coach. And coach, inside that coach is a coaching toolbox. In that coaching toolbox, man, you're not only just a coach, man, you're a father figure, you're a mentor, you're these
Mm-hmm.
things. And if sometimes only the strong survive, man. God calls his soldiers, the strongest soldiers, to take on the strongest. And sometimes you call that people, wanted to be called a coach because you think that there's clout or you had power, but it comes a greater responsibility, man.
Great
It's not just
responsibility, man.
you know what I mean? And it's sad, man. When people call me Coach Rob, man, and all that stuff, man, when I was doing that stuff, and what I mean, I didn't look at it as just I was just a coach, man. I had these kids staying at my house, what I mean,
Yeah.
buying them this and taking them here. They were always with me
Mm-hmm.
everywhere that I went, man. Everywhere I go, their families became my family, stuff like that, man. These are the things that's missing, though, Vince. You know what I mean, JL? These are the things that's missing, and this is
Yeah.
why our generation is so ignorant, because our generation is so this generation is so ignorant. They just like, it's like, yo, like what are we doing, man? Who do you have to who is around the corner that's going to be a Coach Rob, a Coach JL, you know what I mean, a Coach Ali, a Coach Spoons, and instead of telling you right from wrong, and that's not
Yep.
allowing you just to say and do what you want to do. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
right.
it's crazy, man. But really feel bad for that kid, man. I really do, man. I
I
feel
do. I
bad.
feel bad for the whole family, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
we only
gonna be
like
around the board
we
because
only saw his mother, but we know he has cousins, uncles, and I mean, I just feel bad for all of them. I really do, man. Man, he had so
Yeah.
much promise, man. And when you are that shining light in your family, where they can look to you for strength and encouragement, man,
I mean,
I
but that
mean,
was a guy.
it's a responsibility. But
well, it's
then,
a lesson, man. Well, definitely well learned. I pray that somebody is listening and took heed to this thing, man.
Man,
That's
yeah,
all.
yes. I
Like
hope they listening too, man. I could have came on a little bit longer. I see y'all been on here for 49 minutes, man. I wish I could have
yeah,
I wish I could have touched a little bit more, man, because there's so much other things that I sit here and I think about, man. I just saw this guy get killed in his car on the phone. Guys pulled up beside him and robbed him for his chain and didn't even take the chain in
mm,
Chicago. This man is on live. He's on live. He got killed on live on Instagram. He
mm,
got shot dead. Yo, we are we can't blame no white person no more, man. I'm sick of this narrative of this 40 acres and a mule. Not that, and I don't want nobody to sit here and think that I just don't believe that we deserve it. We deserve it. We do. We deserve it. Our ancestors fought so hard. We deserve it. But yo, we gotta stop talking about that, man. Like we gotta stop talking about that, man. We gotta own our responsibility. We gotta take our community back. We gotta start being in our kids and knowing where our children is. We gotta take responsibility of this stuff because these white people ain't coming in our hood doing the stuff that we're doing to us. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Like, I look back and I see, I saw the Ku Klux Klans. I lived in South Carolina, man. I used to see the Ku Klux Klans walking and marching. I saw them all the time. They used to have marches and all of that stuff. So I saw them. Guess what? Ain't no Ku Klux Klans in our neighborhood now. They ain't walking in our neighborhood. We our own Ku Klux Klans.
Yeah.
we're killing our own self, my
Yeah,
brother.
we lynching
These-
each other.
and then this is the whole thing. Y'all want to complain about Donald Trump, right? Y'all want to complain about everything that nobody else is doing, right? But then when you get somebody in office that said, you know what, F this. It's time for something to start. We got to do something. And when he
Hmm.
start implementing things that's stopping certain things, man, listen, I don't mind, man. Listen, those National Guards need to be all over this United States in these neighborhoods where we can take our community back, man. And listen, stop with the dumb stuff, man. Y'all
Yeah.
complaining about this and complaining about that, man. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. But what it is, man, you got people out here protesting against Trump, whatever. And lady made a great point. But we don't see you protesting when one of our kids get killed, in a crossfire.
Mm-mm.
Where you at protesting about the murders. We don't see you coming to the community and protesting about that. It's these liberals, man.
Man, when Pookie and Mutt
They
Mutt
have
and them,
destroyed our community, man. They
yeah,
destroyed our community.
yeah, when Pookie and Mutt Mutt and them down the street, y'all ain't fighting for Pookie and Mutt Mutt, man.
No,
They're
they
not
ain't
doing
right.
that, man. They're not
Yeah,
fighting for Pookie and Mutt Mutt, man. You know what I mean?
crazy, man.
JL,
But it's
listen,
crazy
JL.
how dumb we keep falling for this, man.
That's right.
Hey JL, man, like think about it, dog. Like we was in the trenches, though, dog. Like we was in
Yeah.
the trenches, man. You know what I mean? In the community, William Hicks in the community center, Fifth Street, all of
Mm.
these in the
That's where, hey,
trenches, bro.
that's where it was going down at.
In the
Mm.
trenches, man. Like this is when you call yourself you want to give back. I ain't talking about doing nothing in Hokassin. Listen, I ain't knocking you, but do what you do. But I'm talking about in the trenches where you taking and you getting our kids, these kids that look like us and that really think of they don't have a chance and they don't have an opportunity, man. When you go in the neighborhoods and you do stuff like trying to give back and trying to give these kids some wisdom of listen, man, you can do better than where you are today doesn't have to be where you have to be tomorrow. And that's the thing that these kids are not seeing, man.
That's
They don't
right.
they're not seeing that, bro. They're not
Say that
seeing
again, Rob. They ain't hear you. Say it
huh?
one more time. They ain't hear
I
you.
said where you are today doesn't have to be. You don't have to be there tomorrow. It doesn't. You don't. Where you are today, man. You don't have to be there tomorrow. Your run rate of purpose, man. JL talks about it. Your run rate of purpose. What is your run rate of purpose, man? Everything that looks bad is not always bad. Sometimes you go through the store. You got to go through it to get to it. You got to go through it. And I got that from JL. JL told me, that you got to go through it to get to it. You got to go through it to get to it. And I'll never forget that, man. We was
Hmm.
walking and I
Yeah,
was
remember?
going through the
Yeah, we
stuff
used
I
to
was
say,
going through, bro. And that man told me, and I listened, and I love him to death, bro. And I remember so many jewels that this man speak. And that's a lot of things that people take advantage. When you got people that's willing to speak to you in regards to they done been through it and they giving you some stuff, not speaking from somebody that was given a silver spoon. I'm talking about somebody that's had to go through the same thing that these kids is coming through now. When you have these people that's in your life that's giving you and helping you do certain things, man, listen, shut up and listen. God gave you 2 ears, 1 mouth. That means he gave you more ears, more time for you to listen, things to comprehend, and shut up and just listen. Just listen.
yeah.
Sometimes every response doesn't need everything. It don't need a response. It don't need a response. Just
Mm.
listen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You gotta listen sometime, man. JL, kick it to him. Tell him, man, because I
Hey,
listen. I
listen.
love it.
Hey,
Yeah.
we about to actually exit out, but we were actually on the downcline. But I want to also shout out. Um, Robert J. Moore has a league called the RJM Leagues.com. I
Hmm.
want to share
HBCU Original is teaming up with Robert J. Moore Basketball League to bring you purpose-driven basketball like never before. Introducing Me and My Dad Got Game, a 2-on-2 tournament building stronger families one bucket at a time. And In Christ We Ball, where churches come together for faith, fellowship, and fierce competition. This is more than a game. It's family, it's faith, it's culture. Visit rjmleagues.com and join the movement today. Follow at RJM Leagues and at HBCU Original.
So listen,
Atlanta, HBCU Original.
You're in the
Robert J. Moore Basketball League to bring you purpose-driven.
if you're in the Atlanta area, and Rob, where's that going to be at exactly? We're going to be down in
We're gonna be in South Fulton. South Fulton, the community in South Fulton, man. Shout out to Sandy Town's community Parks and Recreation. The director Cedric, man. Shout out to Cedric and everybody over there. Shout out to the city council and the mayor and all of them for welcoming us into this event, man. JL's gonna be the guest speaker, man. We're gonna make sure that this is a nice thing, man. You know,
this is an opportunity, tell them, this is an opportunity for those, like Robert just saying, where the coaches at, where the mentors.
Yes, sir.
Bring out a potential student that may need guidance. You can bring them out to sign up. Please register and bring as many as you want.
Yeah.
And we'll also be putting the dates for that in the description as well. And we also shout out for Coach JL, his new podcast. And so stay tuned for that, because that'll be running pretty soon. We have a lot of special guests coming on there. We got one of the guests right here. Go, man, you'll be on there. Robert J. Moore, and also he has a play coming out, which is "Are You Marriage Material," which will be in what city is that? South Mecklenburg. I said Mecklenburg.
No, we're gonna be in Douglasville, Georgia, man. Douglasville, Georgia. It's gonna be a whole weekend of Robert J. Moore. It's a Robert J. Moore experience, man. I cannot wait for y'all to see this. It's gonna be 2 plays, 2 productions. Are You Marriage Material and I Should Not Be a Target, both going down October the 18th and the 19th, man. It's gonna be a dope weekend, man. So can't wait for that, y'all to see that, man. Yeah.
Hey, listen, and also one more shout out for us.
Today's show is sponsored by Swift Pro for all your marketing needs. Want to be a sponsor? It's simple. Just email us for more info. Now back to the show.
JL, take us out, man. We need something.
Yo, man, listen, you heard what the brother said. You heard some words of wisdom, some words of knowledge that really could empower, impact, and transform your life. It's all about really not only just listening, but now acting on what it is that you heard, putting it in action, making it happen, right? So listen, we are really excited about all the events that's coming forth, as you heard with Robert J. Moore and HBCU Original and yours truly. So we're really excited. Listen, we want to see you go straight to the top, and we're going to do everything to see that you get there. Yo, peace. We love y'all.
Peace out, man.